We're back. It's been years. This is James from J.Mills Tuning. I don't know what's possessing me to make this video. It's literally been forever. But today we are back with a customer's Honda Civic. It's equipped with a D16 Y7 block, Y8 cylinder head. It's turbocharged. We've tuned it in the past. It had a stock camshaft. The customer has added a Brian Crower stage 2 camshaft. It's back for a retune. But this time we're adding a little more. We just added flex fuel. There's a sensor. It's plumbed in, wired in. We're gonna do pump gas and E85 so they can have flex fuel. In the past, from what I'm seeing, I've posted here on Instagram. I don't know if it'll zoom in on that, if you can see it, but anyway, the car has made 316 horsepower in the past on 20 pounds of boost, and that was on 93 octane and a stock camshaft, if I didn't already mention that. We're back to try to make more. Let's get started. One of the shop dogs, she's scared of everything, so when we crank this up, she's gone right into the office. Alright, I've been cleaning up part throttle. Our VTEC operation is currently off. I'm just cleaning up the fuel map, getting our air fuels back correct. It's probably hard for you to see all that, but yeah, I'm having to read the screen over there. There's no wideband in the car. We just have boost gauge and oil pressure. But yeah, right now just dialing in those air fuels at part throttle with the VTEC turned off. We have done some part throttle tuning. We've even done VTEC still turned off. We went into boost a little bit and made sure the air fuels are kosher enough to make a horsepower pull with the VTEC turned off. We're going to see if fueling is everything is okay in boost before we turn VTEC on. Let's give that a try. Okay, that was our first run. Remember, VTEC was turned off. We were just getting an idea where we stand for fueling and everything before we turn VTEC on and turn the boost up. Right now, let me explain. We got two graphs, top graph, bottom graph. All right, we'll start with the bottom graph. Our top curve on the bottom graph is our boost. We made 12.3 psi. Full boost comes in around 5,000 RPMs, and you can see it slowly kind of creeps up, barely. We're going to ignore that. Bottom line is our air fuels. It's 12 O's represented by that dotted line you see. Then our actual air fuels is the line that's trying to follow it. You can see right here around 3,800 RPMs. I need to add a little bit of fuel. Everything else looks pretty good. I'm going to address that, and we'll turn VTEC on and turn boost up. Continue on. Oh, and in case you missed it, because I didn't address it, that first pull without VTEC and 12 pounds of boost, we made 210 horsepower and 185 foot-pounds of torque. that is at the wheels, not the flywheel. And just like that, I think we are ready for a pull to redline in VTEC on 12 to 13 pounds. Let's see what we get. The blue run is our second run. That was with VTEC on. So we just made 242 horsepower and 191 foot-pounds of torque. That's our blue line. Actually, look at the boost curve this time. Also the blue line. With VTEC on, it controlled boost much better. We lost our creep. It actually just held 11.4 pounds. Air fuels look good. I actually have a little issue right on tip in. When I stomp the gas, it goes a little rich and bogged down for a second. You might have heard it. But we're gonna turn the boost up and keep on going. Remind you, this is still pump gas. E85 is next. Oh, we might need to let it cool off. Go ahead and turn the boost up. So on our pass tune, it looks like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'll give it a try. I got it at 35% duty cycle, and it says that makes 11.5 pounds. That's pretty much what we just saw. So it looks like the boost controller settings are still the same. We're gonna try to target 15 pounds of boost this time. And that means I need to put 50% duty cycle on top of the gate. We will give that a try. All right, I'm gonna let this thing cool off. Water temp's a bit high after that last run. Try to see if the coolant system needs topped off. The customer did just put a camshaft and stuff in here, so maybe she's low. Change of plans. It's way too hot to open the radiator cap to address that issue or check the coolant system. But while she cools off, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. It's lunchtime. Taco Bell acquired. Cha-ching. Dog's in the back seat. Back to work. All right, I ate. This thing should have had time to cool off. Still a little warm. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. And looks like it's a little low. Doesn't really move when I squeeze that top hose. We're gonna top both of these off and we'll be back. Coolant levels topped off. I can squeeze that top hose. You can see the water move. Also filled up the overflow jug. Yeah, that happens every day. We're last time. So we made 11 pounds the last go around. Our PWM was 37%. Yeah. I think we should, yeah, we're gonna target 15 pounds this time. All right. Let's see what we got. That last run was our green run. We made 291 horsepower and 228 foot-pounds of torque. Good jumping power, good jumping boost. So we made 14.7 psi, pretty much 15 psi. My air fuels need a little work. Rich in some spots, lean in some others. We're gonna address that. All right, according to my dyno graph up there, between 4,400 RPM and 5,000 RPM, we need a little more fuel. We're gonna address that. And it also appears that we need less fuel after 6,000 RPMs. J.Mills tuning. All right, how you doing? All right, I've addressed the fueling issues and we're gonna attempt the same run again, no other changes. Boost level will stay the same. That run was our red run. We made 289 and 227. Power dropped because the temperature in the motor went up a bit. But we were just targeting trying to fix our air fuel curve, which is a lot better now. We were going lean right here on the green run, not anymore. All right, so now we're going to target 20 psi of boost and see what she does. And that's where we left off on boost last time with this stock camshaft. Once again, the customer has changed the camshaft out for a Brian Crower stage 2 cam. So we're going to stop on 20 psi on pump gas, because that's what the car's been getting run on. And then we'll switch over to E85, or put some, we're actually going to put a little bit of ethanol in on top of the pump gas that's in here, try to get around 45-50%. Once we get the tune straightened out on that, we'll just empty the tank and put straight E85 in and finish it off on that. But once we do that, we're going to try to target more boost, hopefully anywhere between the 23 to 25 psi range. Try to make some more power than he used to. Our last two runs are on the screen. That last pull was 331 horsepower and 252 foot-pounds of torque, and that was on 18 psi. We did not quite get the 20 that I was trying to target, but we're gonna keep going. Air fuels were good. I'll let it cool off for a minute and try again. I didn't mention it, just in case you didn't catch on to it earlier. We've already made more horsepower than last time around. So before, he had a stock camshaft in here. On 20 pounds of boost, the car made 316. So at the moment, we're on 18 pounds of boost and we made 331. So that new Brian Crower stage 2 cam has helped him out. I tried to find the old dyno graph to overlay it. I can't find it. I don't know what I did when I saved the old graph, but I posted it on Instagram. I have a picture of it. Made 316 on 20 pounds of boost. We had a misfire there, if you couldn't tell. All right, that last pull, I don't know if you could tell, but we definitely had a hiccup in boost. I think I'm gonna need to pull them plugs and check them. Hopefully new plugs or gapping them will help. But that last pull, we made 22 psi, and 22 psi made 359 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque. You can tell where we had our little hiccup. The graph ain't smooth. We're gonna try to address that. I don't really like the 22 PSI on pump gas. I might try to turn it down a little bit. Save the more boost for more when we have the ethanol content in there. We'll go ahead and toss some new plugs in there. Gap them down. Alright, so I've pulled all the plugs. This is the one off of cylinder 4. I don't know if this camera's gonna focus on that, but I see signs of head gasket failure. I'm pretty sure that's what our misfire was actually from. It looks like this plug was hit with water at some point in time during that pull. So I'm gonna back the boost back down, throw a clean set of plugs in that are gapped, and we're gonna keep a close eye on that. I'm pretty sure the level in my fluid reservoir right here is risen since I last filled it. So things ain't looking too good. We might have to put a hold on the ethanol tune on this one. We're gonna, like I said, throw these plugs in, turn the boost down just a hair. I'll probably empty that and mark it where the level's at, and we'll keep a close eye on things, and hopefully we can put some ethanol in here, but I don't know how it's looking at the moment. Down a bit. I need to make note that that made 22 pounds of boost. Try again. We made exactly 20 pounds of boost that time. See what kind of power it made. All right, that last run was our red one. We made 343 horsepower and 262 foot-pounds of torque. That was a little less PSI than last time. This time we actually made 20 pounds of boost. Last go around we were on 22. That's why the power fell off a little bit. But I don't know if y'all noticed it. I might have mentioned it before I hopped out the car. That last run, it misfired, or did not misfire, I'm sorry. It did not misfire, but we, pretty sure we definitely pushed some coolant. Water level's not where I left it. It's a lot dirtier and oilier in there. I've informed the customer that we might have a head gasket issue. So he just said keep an eye on it. If we need to put a head gasket on it, let's put a head gasket on it. But I'm at the point right now where I need to go over the pump gas tune and just check things, and then we can start introducing some ethanol. So I guess I'm gonna move forward with doing that, and I'll keep an eye on the head gasket in the process. The head gasket might just stop us dead in our tracks and put a hold on things. Okay, I have went over my part throttle and everything. I went over everything on the pump gas too. All right, right now we're at 10% ethanol content. Hopefully it'll focus on that. Probably not, but we're gonna add some ethanol to the tank right now. The gas gauge is way down there, right on the E. We're just gonna add a little bit of ethanol to it. Bring that up to about 45–50% and make sure the tune is good on that, on a mixture, and then we're gonna drain that and go straight to E85 as long as our head gasket is gonna allow it. We're gonna keep on moving forward. All right, that's about half of that jug. 2 gallons or 3 gallons. 2 to 3 gallons. Gotta let the car run a little bit. See if that ethanol content comes up. We've already jumped up 24. Well, it's going down. Let it run. Seems to settle around 18, 19. Let's add some more fuel. I think I only had 4 gallons in this jug, so yeah, I think I have 4 gallons in here to begin with. Might have to put the whole thing. Let's give her a spin. See if it'll come up. ethanol content has made it up to 43 and 44%. I think we can do a dyno pull. Let's all take note of the coolant level right here before we do it. She's above the max line. She's about right where this bend starts. Come right back to that after the pull. It's not looking good. I think things have changed. Ooh, yeah. I guess we're done. That was the first pull on ethanol, 44%. The boost has stayed the same, 20 pounds of boost, 355 horsepower, 268 foot-pounds of torque. We got to stop though. Was a bit lean on that pull, but nothing dangerous. I need to address the air fuels when we get back to it and continue on, but it looks like we got to stop here because it needs a head gasket, unfortunately. Before we leave you guys, just one more time, this was a D16 Y7 block. It does have internals, rods and pistons. It's a D16 Y8 cylinder head, valve springs, retainers. The customer has just installed a Brian Crower stage 2 cam. That's why we are retuning it. We have tuned it before in the past, but last time on the stock camshaft it made 20 pounds of boost and 316 horsepower. That was on pump gas. This time on pump gas we made 344 horsepower. That's our red run here, and that was on 20 pounds of boost. So he's up. The camshaft has helped. The 355 horsepower right here, the blue graph, that was again on 20 pounds of boost, but that was when we introduced E85. We had, this is a flex fuel tune, so I just started tuning the flex fuel portion of it with 44% ethanol in the tank. No other changes. That has brought us up to 355 horsepower. So like I said, unfortunately we have to stop because of the head gasket, but we will continue after the head gasket repair. See you guys another time.